It's the second time I've been live today, which is kind of crazy, but I'm so excited to see you guys. I hope you're having a really wonderful day. It is windy out. It's warmer, but it's windy. We took our dogs for a walk, a couple hours ago, and whoa, it was so windy. Then, my husband and I we like to call it dinner. We went out for dinner together to this place called Mission Barbecue. It's really good. And I got the turkey. Love it. But I went outside and again, my hair was like whoosh, all up in the air. I guess if you've been watching, that's my second hair update from today. So it's a lot. So I was live earlier today. I got to get my Stampin' Lips on, sorry. I'm going for a brighter color than I did earlier today. Because I have choices in my drawer. But I was live earlier today for my birthday bash craft along, which is happening all week long. I will be live every day through Saturday at noon Central. So it's 5 p.m. Central now. And so I'll be live at noon. And Sue, you're just so sweet. Thank you so much. You guys just are the best. Thank you. So I'll be live every day this week doing some birthday cards for my birthday bash craft along, which I'm so excited about. Today was our first day and we made super cute projects that I designed, and then tomorrow are going to start some of the other designers in our little group. So I'm really excited about that. I will be doing the video every day this week. So yeah. And thank you about the scarf. So I don't often wear scarves that I didn't knit. But I love this one so much, and I wanted to wear the sweater today, and the mustard color in the sweater matches the mustard color in this scarf. I'm trying to think of where I got this scarf because it was like kind of a weird place, like something you wouldn't normally think of. But anyway, so I'm loving that. Something about YouTube being backwards. I know Kelly said something about that. Is YouTube backwards? Like, when you look at this stamp set, can you read it or is it backwards? Here, I'm actually watching my live. I should see that. I'm waiting for it to come up. So, oh yeah, it is backwards. Huh. Weird. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, all right. So it is what it is. I don't know why it's backwards. But has it always been backwards? Because like back here is the same thing I've always seen in my videos. And that's on the correct side, but I don't know, whatever. I can't do it. I can't figure, like my mind can't figure those things out. Like, yeah, I don't know. But the best part is I will be stamping frontwards here in just a short period of time, so it's all going to be good. All right. I'm laughing because I have to give you the Carl update. So Carl had another race this week. He ran in Brookings, South Dakota, which is, I think, 7.5 hours from here. We're going to go see him there in a couple of weeks running again. And he had a great race. Well, I think he had a great race. Of course, he's super hard on himself and he wasn't super thrilled, even though he was really close to the time he wanted. And I'm pretty sure this is a different race. In high school, he ran the 3,200, which is 2 miles, but in college, it's the 3,000. And I think what he ran would have been a PR for him in high school. And this is again on indoor, but of course he's very hard on himself. So I have to laugh because the text exchange between my son and I is this: how was the race? Fine. How'd you feel about the race? Fine. Did you feel okay after the race? Yeah. Like, kid, give me more than that. So I laugh because I was talking to my sister, and my niece is up at school with Carl at NDSU, and I said, "You like talk to your daughter in complete sentences, and like you actually talk to her on the phone, right?" And she's like, every day." I thought, why? Why is it that my kid is the kid who answers with one word? I don't know if I told you guys this, but when Ella went to college, I mean, granted, she went in the fall of 2020, which was a very different story, but she called us like multiple times a week, sometimes multiple times a day, which was fine. And Carl literally has probably called me less than 10 times. And usually only if he needs something or is trying to get a hold of something that he needs. So I just have to laugh. We always joked that we would never hear from him again. It's so true. But anyway, he's doing fine, it seems. I don't know. I did actually talk to him for a few minutes. He called, I think because he needed something. I'm trying to remember what he called about. But yeah, this kid. Anyway, I don't know if he's running yet or not this week. I usually get 24 hours notice, if that. So we'll see. But anyway. All right. Well, today I've got some super cute projects, and I have to say I'm excited about them because often when I stamp, it is not just for enjoyment or just for fun. It is often, or almost actually about 98% of the time when I stamp, it is for a purpose, like a class project I need, or a live project, or a tutorial, or whatever. So it's something that I have to do. So I have to laugh because today's projects were actually just made for fun. And then I was like, yeah, I should do that today because I've already been live once today. And so my time, lives take longer than you think. Like, it's so much more time than just the time you're on the air live, right? There's, the prep work and then there's the after, setting up the blog post and making the pictures and all the things. So I have to laugh. I got to actually stamp for fun. And then I thought, oh, well, I could use those projects for my live. So I love how it kind of was the reverse this time. So I hope you're going to love the cards. I think they're going to be fun. Anyway, a few announcements for today. First off, we talked about this last week, but actually I'm going to flip my camera because I've got visual aids, and that way you don't have to look at my gray hair anymore. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to flip my camera. Close your eyes while things jiggle. All right, here we go. I have to show you this. This is my little phone stand to hold my phone so I can see the comments as they roll in. Okay, so first off, the Valentine's Day card exchange. If you would like, you can check this out over in my Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. This is a group that I've had since COVID started, and we exchange cards for birthdays, and then you also can nominate people to receive cards. But then one of the things we've been doing now for a while is doing a Valentine's card exchange. And I love doing this because I think a lot of us, I don't know about you guys, but I think Valentine's Day is kind of anticlimactic. Let's just say my husband has a lot of wonderful qualities, but romance is just really not one of them. And so I think most people like to exchange Valentines with people who appreciate the effort that they went through to make the Valentine, right? And I'm not saying my husband doesn't appreciate my effort at all, but what I am saying is I think my gal pals in the stamping world definitely appreciate my Valentines in a different way than, say, he does. So anyway, I think it's something fun to look forward to. So sign up by February 5th. I think that's next week. And then your card needs to be in the mail, I want to say by the 8th, so that everybody will get their card in time for Valentine's. Now, I will just say this, be a little patient. I had a team member of mine who literally lives 200, or not even 120-ish miles from me, who received a card I mailed to her at the end of November this week. So it took 2 months to get to her. I could have walked it there faster. So, oh my gosh. But I thought that was kind of crazy. So anyway, if you would like to participate in this, please join our Facebook group. There are questions in there, and we do ask that you answer them in order to be or allowed into the group. They help me and my admins make sure that you're like a legitimate person, because we are sharing information in order to send cards to people. We want to make sure that you're legit and whatnot. So that's why those questions are there. And that goes for any of the groups that I have. So just please know that when you ask to join a group, if you don't get approved, it's because you didn't answer the questions. So just answer the questions. Okay. Even if you think I know the answers, still answer them, because I have people who help me manage these groups, and sometimes they don't know who you are. Okay, so this is always a lot of fun. And you'll be given a name to send your card to, but you can send more than one if you would like. You could send one to everybody if that is your bag, but anyway. Also, we just opened up registration for our latest event, the Wildflowers Celebrations Weekend Retreat. This is a virtual retreat with my besties, Barb and Kelly. Oh my gosh, so excited about this one. We've planned some really fun things. The box of supplies is going to come with all kinds of what I like to call happies. They're cute little gifties that we make for you, and they are really awesome this time. So we've been working on that for a while, actually since before Christmas, and I think you're going to love this event. It's really great too, because the cards are so pretty. The supplies we're using are so pretty. I think you're going to love them. Also, Paint with Dina. I have one more lesson going up for Paint with Dina this month, and then we will have all new lessons coming out in February. Oh my goodness, this is just a labor of love for me. Not really a labor, but I just love Paint with Dina. It is something that I have happening in place of another big like watercolor retreat. It's just going to be a monthly lessons. Based on a lot of feedback that I got from people, is that it's just easier to do it in smaller sections. So yeah, join Paint with Dina. It's a lot of fun. Then also, Watercolor Happy is my watercolor course that is still available and open to anybody. If you have not taken it, I can't recommend it enough. We did a lot in Watercolor Happy, like a lot. So you can have lifetime access to that, by the way. And I revisit the lessons that even the ones I taught, I come back to and still work on and tweak and try to improve upon my own painting. And so I come back to that in my sketchbook. I love that. So anyway, our Sunshine and Creativity delivered box for February needs to be registered for by Friday. And it is clean and simple cards, which I'm super excited about. We're going to make some really beautiful cards that are very easy, very sharp, clean looking, and I think a lot of fun. So that'll be a good one. It is celebration time, so I just want to remind you of our celebration offer really quick. As I'm sure many of you know, oh, I don't think I have my brochure. Oh, here it is. So Celebration is our annual sales event that happens January and February, and you can choose a free item from here for every $60 or $120 purchase that you make. So like there's a couple things in here. This is a bundle, that's the $120 level, and same with this larger stamp set. And then also, if you join, you can get 2 sets of markers plus a stamp set. So you choose which 2 sets of markers. Plus you get this exclusive stamp set called Handmade Designs, all for $99 plus tax. And then you also get to choose $125 in products. So that's one option. The second option is, instead of the markers and stamp set, you would just get an additional $30 in products in your starter kit. So basically $155 for $99 plus tax. Shipping is always free. And then if you want to do something with that, like build a business, like have a discount on your purchases, whatever you'd like to do with it, you can, or there's no obligation. So if it's just not right for you, that's fine. But when you join with me, there's a lot of perks. For instance, all of my team members are getting the PDF for this week's Birthday Bash Craft Along for free, which is a $25 value. That's just this week. We have lots and lots of perks for being a part of my team. We're very active. We're all over the US. We have weekly and monthly trainings, and we would love to have you be a part of that. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out. It is truly the best deal we offer in Stampin' Up! Okay, as we've talked about the Birthday Bash quite a bit, so I'm not going to say any more about that. We have online exclusives. Oh, when you shop my online store this week in particular, it's like a sweet spot this week. You can get the Marbled Elegance All-Star Video Class Bundle for free with a $50 purchase. If you spend $60, of course, you'll get a celebration item, plus you'll get the PDF for the Birthday Bash Craft Along, which is like 35 pages. And what I love is there's like, let me find one. I'm like, there's all these cutting guides, which are just so handy, like cutting and scoring. Let me find one. I can't. Oh, here we go. Like this shows you how to cut and score. So this is a really great perk for an order this week. So you will get the All-Star tutorial, you'll get the Birthday Bash PDF, and then you'll also get a card kit from today's projects. So you have until Saturday to get that. I'll just say Sunday. Why not? I'll say Sunday. Anyway, it's a really great opportunity. Please use my host code when you check out. There's links in the description of my video here. The 2Q43HVU6 is the host code for this month, and that will guarantee you get all of those awesome fun things. Now, I also want to share with you some mail that I've received in my mailbox. I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm pretty excited about my mail sharing. So this first card isn't this pretty? This is a really cool technique that one of my team members demonstrated at our team meeting this past week. It is shaving cream with re-inker. It's a very fun technique. So this is from Melissa on my team. So thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for sending me your card, because that was pretty cool. So she showed us how to do this at our January team meeting, which was just so fun. Here's another pretty thank you card that I received from Carrie. She's just the best. And she got a thank you card, or I'm sorry, a birthday card from our Sunshine and Rainbows group. So that was sweet of her to thank me for her card. Another cutie patootie card from Judy. So thank you so much for sending this, Judy. That was so sweet of you. And actually, this was really cool. She tucked in a little thing right here. So that was kind of fun. She just put this little strip, and then you can tuck stuff in. I don't know if a gift card will fit this, but it could if you did it right. Anyway, how fun is that? Oh, so cute. Oops, that's not a thank you card. Then I got this card in the mail from Sam and Bonnie Porter. I wonder if this is supposed to be in here. But anyway, this is a Christmas card. I thought these cards were just thank yous, but maybe a Christmas one thing slipped in, I guess. Here's another one. Isn't that pretty? I think this is a Christmas card too. Yeah, and a Happy New Year from Anna. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Anna. I love the colors. So pretty. Here is another cute thank you card from Joy. She's just the best on my team. I appreciate you so much, Joy. Thank you for that. Another pretty thank you card. Isn't this gorgeous? This one is from Wendy, and she is just the best. So you are very welcome. Thank you for your embellishments, Wendy. Another pretty thank you card. Look at how cute that is. This is from Lisa. She's on my team too. She's just the best as well. Love the colors. This is that designer series paper that's part of like our our online exclusives that came out last month. Oh, here's another Christmas card. I'm sorry. I thought I had my Christmas cards separated. I still need to do a video with all my Christmas cards. January just started a little bit abruptly, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, this is from Dolores. So thank you. And I feel pretty special because Dolores like gave me her like family card or letter. I mean, that's pretty cool for me to be getting a family letter. Feeling pretty special. Here's another beautiful card. Isn't this so cute? This one is from Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. I just loved it. So pretty. Again, love those colors. And then this one, I think this is from my team member. It is. Look at how pretty this is. This is one of those ephemera packs that are in the mini catalog. There's some in the annual catalog too, but this is from Greta. She sends me several cards with these little ephemera packs, and they are so adorable. Super easy to make too. So anyway, thank you all so much for the mail. I'm so grateful when you send cards to me. It makes my heart happy. Okay, so today we are going to make cards. We are going to make non-Valentine's Day cards with a Valentine's Day stamp set, which I think is kind of awesome. So I love this Hugs for Love. And then if we have time and you're not sick of me, I might do one more quick thing at the end with a little painting, because I've had this idea in my head and you're going to giggle when I tell you what it's from, but remind me at the end so I don't forget. So anyway, the Hugs for Love bundle comes with the stamp set and the coordinating punch, which I have really... I have to admit, you guys are going to laugh at me. I think it's because I don't like the sample in the catalog. Let's take a look real quick. But when I first saw this set, I was not really excited about it. And I think that's kind of funny. But the reason is because the sample just didn't do it for me. Yep. Okay. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with them. They just were like, eh. Right? But I played around with this set because I got it and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get this set and then not use it, right? So I was playing around with it and that's where today's cards came from. And I think you're going to find that they're pretty fun. Now this first card, you guys need to help me with. I've got a couple of options. So I'm going to start with a crumb cake card base because crumb cake is just like one of my favorites. It just works with so many different colors and I think it's super pretty. So you could really do this card in any color scheme, but I started with Berry Burst. So I've got a piece of Berry Burst and I'm going to stamp on it with my heart because one of the things I love about this is it reminds me of when I watercolor and I watercolor layers over the top of one another and the look that you get. So let me show you what I mean by that. Rosie, how are you doing? Those fires aren't anywhere near you, are they? I hope you're okay. Give us an update. Okay, so are the stamp sets still in stock? As of earlier today, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp my heart all over the place, and then I'm going to overlap. And I love where you overlap because you get kind of that overlap look. So fun. Okay, so I'm just using Berry Burst ink on my Berry Burst cardstock, and we're going to cover the whole thing like this. And I just love the look of these overlappy hearts. And that is official. Overlappy is totally a stamping term. Okay, so there we go. Lots of overlappy hearts. And that just creates kind of a cool little background. Okay, now I also have a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 DSP and then 4 by 5 1/4 white. And I'm just going to adhere those. This DSP is from the Painted Lavender, I think is the name of it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it sounds like Rosie's okay where you are. That is good. I gotta find out the update. One of Kelly's team members texted a picture of the fires getting close to where they lived, and I was like, oh. So I can't even imagine how unnerving that is. I mean, like in Iowa, we have tornadoes, but you know, that's like they come and they go, and you can seek shelter. In fire, I just can't imagine waiting, watching, getting evacuated, not knowing. Oh, all of that is just miserable. So scary for those people. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this up onto my card, and just love the start of this already. Okay, so now we've got this cute little heart piece to add on here. Now here's where I need your help. I did a little work ahead of time so that you would have an educated guess, and I wouldn't have to do both of these during my video. But so the question is, should we do black on here with a black label? And we're going to add a sentiment to this, so don't worry. Or should we do crumb cake with a crumb cake label and a sentiment, of course? So which one do you like? Do you like black or do you like crumb cake? I think I like crumb cake better, but I would love to hear what you have. So let me what you think. So let me know in the comments. All right. Lots of crumb cakes, one black. Oh, Mary, you don't have to change your vote. Okay, a lot of people are saying crumb cakes. A few people are saying black. Both are good, but prefer crumb cake. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with crumb cake. Thank you for helping me. And what we're going to do, so I'll show you how I actually did this. And, well, I've got a couple of tips for you today on some of this. So I'm going to take this panel that we're going to actually stick in the back. Eventually, we're going to ink up our little frame. Now, there's two different frame patterns in this set. You can use either one. And I'm just going to drop my embossing buddy on my piece of cardstock here, since I've been touching it with my, oh goodness, I just stuck my finger in the ink. That's never good. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this in the center. And then I'm also going to add a sentiment. Well, okay, so this is funny. What if, I'm going to set that aside. Well, let me dip some powder in this just so that it sticks. You guys are going to laugh at me. Ooh, Rosie said black. If the card base was a different DSP, it would look great. Yeah, I know. I think because of the DSP, the crumb cake definitely looks better. But okay, so what I was going to say is, because we did the crumb cake, we could add, we're going to stamp a sentiment on here. Which sentiment did I have for this card? I think what I want to do is this too big? It's not. Is I'm going to stamp, and this is another thing we could not do with black, is I'm going to stamp the heart on here. Okay. And I'll do that on here. Well, let's make sure that it's going to look good. Then we're going to, this is really important. You want this to be dry, otherwise the what is it called? Embossing powder will stick to our heart, which we do not want to happen. So we want that, we want the embossing buddy, and I'm sticking it in here because you can see I'm really going to town with my embossing buddy. I'm making sure that it is well embossed. There's like smoke popping up. Okay. Now I'm going to blow some of that off because goodness, but I think we got it covered. Then what I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment over the top again in Versamark. Okay. And it says, life is better with you. Now, I think this would make an outstanding anniversary card. And look, it did not stick to my heart, because there's still plenty of powder on it. Though I did flick some powder into my let's not burn our fingers, Dina. I did stick or flick some powder into my ink pad, but it should be okay. All right, so we're going to heat set our sentiment right over that heart. And there again, that's something we couldn't do with our black ink pad or black background, but we can do with this piece. Okay, now I also want to take, because I did kind of powder the heck out of this, I want to take, I have a little rag right here, and I want to kind of wipe that off so that I actually can see the pink of my original. So there we go. Life is better with you. And now it matches. So perfect. Okay. So I never actually heated this up, so we'll do that really quick. This was the one we were going to punch and everything, but since I inadvertently reached for the practice one, we just went with that. But normally, and if you get a kit, you'll take and heat emboss this piece, punch it, and then you can use that for the front of your card. So it's kind of like using your pieces a little better. Okay. So now I'm going to adhere that to this, and then we'll put that on top. Oh, I love how this is turning out. Now, what I love too about this set is the versatility. You're going to see that in our next card because it is totally different. Different colors, different everything. Okay, and then we'll put that right over the top. And so I'm going to use some, well, because we ended up with the crumb cake, let's use a little, you can either use crumb cake, baker's twine from the Baker's Twine Essentials, or you can use linen thread. Either one will work. But we're just going to wrap this a couple of times and tie a little bow. I might need just a little more than that. So leave, like 3 or 4 inches hanging off one end. Then wrap, 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 and then we'll tie a bow off on the other end. Okay. And there's, something nice too about Baker's Twine or linen thread is that it's, I can give this card to my husband and it's not too girly. I mean, yes, it's pink and there's hearts, but I think it's a good masculine card. Now, if you wanted it even more masculine, you could do everything exactly the same, but use Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight in particular, because I think would look great with this crumb cake. And everything else the same, just change that color out, and I think you'd have a lovely, more masculine card. Or Cajun Craze would be a really nice card. Cherry Cobbler is a little more manly color of pink, or I guess red. So anyway, just, changing out the colors, you could do this card in a lot of different colors to fit the needs of your recipient, which I kind of love. Okay. Ooh, Wink of Stella on the background heart. Great idea. I think what I want to do for sure on here is add a little Wink of Stella on kind of the whole thing. You could also do this in grays, like gray and black, for a more masculine theme too. That would be kind of cool. Okay, so there we go. I popped that up because I can't help myself. All right, we're gonna take, this one. I like to keep my Wink Stellas upside down in my thing so that the shimmers pulls to the bottom or to the tip. Okay, so I'm just gonna spritz this because everybody likes shimmer. Now that's decidedly a little less masculine, but I can also put some shimmer on my heart as someone suggested. Love that. Now just be a little careful because it can pick up the color from the stamp image, the ink in the stamped image. But oh, shimmer and happy. Okay, so it says life is better with you. And then, of course, on the inside, we can stamp one more time. And oh, I meant to tell you my trick for this heart, by the way. I'll put this right down here. And my trick for the heart is that if you ink it up with a Versamark before you ink it in a color that stains your stamp, like Berry Burst in this case, it will keep it less stained. Okay. I also would suggest, so this is an old Stampin' Scrub. I use my Stampin' Scrub still. I definitely use my chamois more, but I still keep my Stampin' Scrub because I think Stampin' Scrub does a really good job of cleaning stamps, especially when you use either StazOn or like a color that can stain the photopolymer. I think it just works better. Okay, now, so we've got our heart in here, and I'm going to just dump my embossing buddy on here again, and then I'm going to stamp one more time. And this is where I think this makes such a great anniversary card, is it says, you and I make the best team. So that's in our stamp set. And I'm going to quick emboss that. I wasn't quite as aggressive with my embossing buddy, but not bad. And then I do kind of recommend taking a rag or something, paper towel, Kleenex, whatever, to kind of wipe off that powder so that when your recipient touches it, they don't have like the chalkboard effect on their hands, because nobody likes that, right? Okay, so I heated that up. And then you could add like a happy anniversary sentiment to this as well. I just think this is a nice card that's not Valentine's Day for somebody who, you know, anniversary be so cute. All right. Now, if you didn't, like, maybe you don't have an anniversary that you're celebrating. Maybe it's somebody else's anniversary. You could use a different sentiment. Like the set has several, like sending a big hug, you make me smile, lots of hugs and kisses. I mean, all of those work. There, of course, is a Valentine's Day in the stamp set, but again, I promised we were going to make non-Valentine's Day cards with this set today. Okay, so there's our first project, which I love. I hope you did too. Now our second card, we're going to switch gears in terms of color schemes. And we are going to make, I think, a really fun card. So this one, I'm going to start with, oh, I don't even remember. This is like a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's right. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of basic white. I'm going to bring that scrap back in here because we are going to stamp in kind of a non-traditional heart theme, or color theme scheme, I should say, which is going to be azure afternoon, granny apple green, lemon lime twist, daffodil delight, and you could use either Summer Splash or Coastal Cabana, either one. So this has kind of got sort of the Caribbean vibes going, and it's not just wishful thinking. It's not just that I wish I was in the Caribbean right now. It's kind of my color scheme that I love. So remember how I had this this stamp that was all caught in or covered in Berry Burst. This is going to dip into my Daffodil Delight. So I'm glad that it's not all stained. So there again, it's really great to use Versamark in one of those, you know, strong colors. Okay, so I'm going to start with a yellow heart right here, and then I'm going to immediately stamp it again, kind of up here without re-inking it. So I've got two shades. Then I'm kind of working from lightest to darkest colors. Then I'm going to take one of my other hearts, which is this kind of stripey one. And I totally have a cheater off the side here so that I can get this back into kind of the theme that I had. So I've got this on here. I'm going to stamp it 3 times in my lemon lime twist like that. So we're just building up kind of a background. Oh my gosh, Lynn, it's your 58th anniversary. Well, happy anniversary. That is impressive. That's more than I've been alive. Good for you. Congratulations. That is really quite an accomplishment. Okay, then I'm going to stamp this kind of outliney heart, I guess, for lack of a better description, in some Granny Apple Green. And we'll stamp it again up here. And what I'm trying to do is build a background that's relatively even. So it's not like all over the place. It's kind of even. So what I'm doing on one side, I'm going to do on the other side, and vice versa, to make it all look pleasing to the eye that way. Okay, then we're getting to the good colors. Next up is Summer Splash. So I'll take the little set of a bunch of hearts, and then we'll stamp several and let them overlap in the various places like that. And I might even do a 4th down here just because I can't hardly help it, because like I said, it's the best color. Okay, and then last but not least, we have this cute little row of stamps, and we'll do that with the Azure Afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to stamp one down there, and another one over here, and another one kind of through the middle, and one more up here to just sort of even things out. Okay. So there is our cute little background of hearts. And you could do this in so many different colors. Another one I did was I did Daffodil Delight, pumpkin pie, peach pie, and lemon lime twist. So that was another color combination. But I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless for this particular one. I also have my little sentiment is going to go on here, which is lots of hugs and kisses. And I'm going to do that in Azure Afternoon as well, since that was kind of the least number of hearts that we put on here in terms of color. Okay. So there we go. Lots of hugs and kisses. This is die cut from the Nested Essentials dies. I don't know if I just said that or not. But love that. All right. And then let's build our card up. So we've got the stamping. Well, actually, we'll put some more stamping on the inside. But okay. I'm going to start with an Azure Afternoon card base. And then I thought I would line this with some lemon lime twist because I just love the contrast between these two colors, but thought, you know, this really needs something. And so I thought, what if I took a little bit of, this is Summer Splash that I embossed with this crocheted granny square. I can't remember the name of it. I was going to write it on my embossing folder, and I literally went to look it up and the name of it, and then I forgot, like I got squirreled off into something else. But anyway, so I embossed this because I thought, well, that looks nice, but it's a little plain to do just the cardstock. So then I embossed it so there'd just be a little bit of texture to go with all these fun hearts, which I thought looked kind of cool. I don't know if you've got this folder, but it is really fun, and it's kind of nice because it adds some interest without it being too busy. I mean, it is a somewhat busy pattern, but I don't know. I like the look of it. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on here, and then I realize this is a little long, so we'll snip off the excess. Okay, and then we'll adhere these two layers together like so. And then I'm going to pop this up onto my card. Oh, you know what I totally forgot to do on my last card? Embellish it. I've got some gems. I'm actually going to use one of my favorite gems. Okay, ooh, but I don't know if I want to stick this on here quite yet. That's so me. Here's how I solve that problem. I take my silicone craft sheet because it won't stick to that. And what I want to do is add this little kind of banner on here, but I don't want to cover, or I want to add a little bit of baker's twine to this. So I've got some just plain old white baker's twine, and I'm just going to tie this on, and then I'll tie a bow right about here. Cute crochet. Thank you, Dolly. And Cheryl, I should have known Cheryl would have it. Cheryl is, I think, well, I'm assuming Cheryl has her catalog and cheats, but I'm telling you, she knows every single product. Whenever I can't think of a product name, she has it. It's impressive. I don't know if she just has encyclopedic memory or if she has a catalog open. I'll go with encyclopedic memory because that sounds fancier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pop up my little tag here over the top of my baker's twine. And this is just such a fun thing. Now, lots of hugs and kisses can be for anybody. It's not necessarily a Valentine. I could send this to Carl. Actually, these are almost the colors of his school, yellow and green. So I could just change up my card base a little bit. But look at how fun this is. Oh, I love this. Okay. So the gems I'm using are the adhesive backed sparkle gems, which these just never get old for me. I don't know about you. I love them. So I'm going to add some of the silvery ones because I think that just goes perfectly with these hearts like that. So I've just got a few on here, and how cute is that? Then on the inside of my card, we can just stamp a real quick, I should have did this while I was kind of going on the front, but we'll just do a little, well, actually, we can even do kind of going up the side. Now, whenever you stamp, I want to stamp off another heart, but if I were to just pick up what was left on here and stamp it again, it would give you like that goofy edge piece. So I'm just going to stamp off a little like that, and there we go. And then next up, let me get rid of this. We'll do lemon lime twist with these. So I'm just kind of doing the border on the side here in the same colors and everything. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like this one. Thank you. You know, it's just a happy card, and I honestly think I would send this for just about any occasion because it's just happy and fun, and it just makes you feel good. And wouldn't you love to get this in the mail? And who wouldn't like some hugs and kisses sent their way? I mean, honestly. I know I would. Okay. Last but not least, some hearts. in Azure Afternoon. And I can do a few more on that. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got a coordinating inside to our card as well, and that is lots of fun. Now you could add a Valentine sentiment to the inside of this if you wanted, but again, like I said, these are non-Valentine cards. So I love the color combination so much. Now coming back to our first card that we made, we didn't put any, I got the shimmer on here, but I wanted to use some of these sparkle gems, and there's kind of this coppery pattern that I wanted to put on here. So I think I'll just put kind of 2 down here and maybe 1 more up here and call it good. So cute. Okay, now our final card is actually my favorite. I have to tell you, I've loved all the cards so far, but my final card is my favorite, and it's super easy. Also one you could do in quite a large number of color combinations. We're going to do ours in, well, the card base is going to be Petunia Pop. But we're going to use, let's see here. We are going to use Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Petunia Pop, and Berry Burst for like the purple, I'd say trifecta, but this is a quadeftra? No, there's probably not a word for that. 4, quattro. Okay, so also let me close this ink pad up because I'm sure someone out there is like, Dana! Okay, now we're gonna stamp that big heart again, and I'm gonna do my inking of it in some Versamark. I even am keeping my Versamark pad pristine. If Catherine Anderson, are you still out there? Do you remember when I got this ink pad? You were with me, and it is still looks like this. It's like a stamping miracle. Okay, sorry. So I have my stamp here prepped with some Versamark ink to help keep it from getting stained. All right, and then I'm going to take my card here, and I want to just stamp across here some hearts. So I'm going to start with my lightest color, which is Bubble Bath. And let's see, where did I do? I'm going to take and stamp off. I got to call it a day and turn this over. It's getting so dark. Okay, so I'm going to stamp partial on here. Like that. And then I'm going to do my next color, which is Fresh Freesia. Ink that up. And overlap. Okay. Then my next color, which is Petunia Pop. I love this. And my final color, which is the dark, whatever color that is, Berry Burst. Okay, now I didn't do the best job because it's I didn't quite make it all the way over. So I'm gonna improvise. I'm gonna do one more Berry Burst, but I'm gonna stamp it off first, and boom. I could have used like Blackberry Bliss, but I think that is like not quite the right color, if you know what I mean, to go with this. But anyway, so I love the look of this. Okay, then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here, which is sending you a big hug. I love that sentiment. And I'm going to stamp it in some black, but rather than using black memento, I'm actually going to use black Stays On. And the reason, we've just stamped all these hearts, so it's actually, I still can feel that the ink is a little bit wet on here. You know, it just still is moist, if you will, pardon the phrase. But black ink in Stays On is going to keep from, it's going to be a really crisp, black, opaque ink. whereas the Memento is not quite as crisp and it could bleed a little bit into these slightly damp inked hearts, if all of that makes sense. So it's just a personal preference, but I know I'm going to get good results. Okay, so sending you a big hug. Oh, looks fantastic. Now, this is really cute and all, but we're going to take it up a notch. So I'm going to take my, let me look, cute crochet embossing folder. Thank you, Dolly and Cheryl. And I'm going to add just a little strip of this in white. And I started with a little bit bigger piece than I needed because it just kind of depends on where you start on your card. So I'll just trim off this excess. So about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Again, it just kind of depends on where your hearts end up on your card. So there we go. We've got that little border. And of course the border looks weird. So to fix that, we'll take some of my favorite vanilla and black large check ribbon. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Okay. Oh, Sarah, the stamp set is Hugs for Love. It's actually a bundle with the punch. But I'm pretty sure you have the punch, Cheryl. So if you don't have the stamp set, just get the stamps, not the bundle, because you already have the punch. Okay. So now I'm just going to tie this on here like this under my sentiment. And oh, so cute. Oh, but you know what? I want, well, that's all right. But I kind of want, I can be anal about some things. And in this case, I want to tie this around the black layer too, because I'm going to line this on a piece of black cardstock. So hold on. Hold on, we'll get there. Okay. There we go. All right. And because you know my love of spritzing, we're going to spritz this just a little bit. Okay. And I had an idea for the inside. I was going to do something, but I'm going to do something else, and I'm kind of excited about it. Okay. So I'm just going to... Okay, that is a hair off of my head. Let's get rid of that. So weird. Usually it's a dog hair. I vacuum. Well, you guys probably know my 2 dogs shed like there's just no tomorrow. And I vacuum, and then literally within moments, one of them shakes, and then there's more hair everywhere. Which wouldn't be such a big deal if we didn't have dark wood floors in the main level of our house. Okay. But I will just be grateful that I have dogs that require vacuuming on a regular basis, because the alternative is not nearly as fun, which would be no dogs to vacuum the hair off of. I remember when Sophie, our first dog, died, I remember thinking, I wish I had hair to vacuum. Okay. So here we go. And of course, one of the things I want to do, well, this was always in the works, was to spritz it with some black. So I've got my black marker. I'm going to move my ink pads for a quick sec. And, ooh, that was a good spritz. Love that. Okay, then we got to do the inside of our card as well. So on the inside, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to clean off my stamp. Okay, that's not bad because I prepped it with a little Versamark. I'm going to do that one more time. Okay, and I'm going to start with my Berry Burst, or no, Bubble Bath, sorry. Repeat with my Fresh Freesia. This would have been so much more helpful to do in the right order to begin with, but that's all right. And then last but not least is the Berry Burst, and ooh, let's restamp that. There we go. Oh, not bad. Then I'll stamp off a layer and stamp on there. Okay. Then here's my idea. I haven't used this stamp yet. So what if I just took and grab a block here quick. What if I just did like a little kind of fun little, I don't know what you want to call this. The little border, just as kind of like a fun little touch. So I'm just inking up a little bit of it and I'm stamping it down just to kind of add a little something something to this background. A little collage-y, I guess is the word I'm going for. And then I'm going to spritz that once again lightly, and then we'll spritz with our, whatever this is. What is this called? Clear Wink Estella. Oh, seriously, I don't know why the words just do not work when I'm live for some reason. I know these words. It's not that I don't, it's just that my brain stops functioning when I'm live. I don't know what it is. I used to know things. I feel like I no longer do. Okay, so there's that. And then last but not least, we're going to put a couple of shimmer sparkle gems on here because we can. Oh, it looks like a little garland. I love that. Thanks, Sue. That is a fun way to look at that. Okay, so we're going to put a few of these gems on here. I'm going to stick one right here kind of in the center of that pattern just because it sort of worked. And then I'll throw another one up there. So, oh, so much fun. Seriously, aren't these just the best cards? So cute. Now this one is kind of Valentine-y. I mean, it's pinks and purpley colors. But again, I think this is just a nice card to send to somebody. It's not necessarily a Valentine, but it certainly could be a good Galentine card, if you will. And then on the inside, you know what? I'm going to add one more sentiment, which is "You make me smile," because I love that and I did not use it yet. So let's just add that right there. So fun. Oh, okay. Now, what were you supposed to remind me of something? Do you guys remember? Because I feel like I'm finishing earlier than I thought. There was something else. Oh, I know. This is something that's been floating around in my head for a while. And I don't, do you guys ever get ideas that you think about, but maybe you can't make them at the time you think of them? Like maybe you're in bed or in the shower. My assistant Whitney and I always joke that we think of really good things when we're in the shower. So this is an idea I thought of, and here's where this came from. You're going to laugh. I was on Instagram and I saw this video. It was a TikTok type video of a pasta recipe, which I made this weekend for my husband. It was pretty good. It wasn't great though. I think I don't know that I would make it again, but I would make something similar to it and just change it up a little bit. Anyway, so when I saw the recipe, I was looking for something else online. Can you guys relate to this? And so the recipe came up, but I was actually looking for something else. And so I decided to like bookmark it, and then I came back to it. And so I was sitting at my painting desk when I saw the recipe. Long story short, I wrote the recipe down because, you know, you can only watch a TikTok 80 times before you want to scream because, you know, the stuff keeps flashing through and you have to watch it over and over again to get it all. So I wrote it down, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper that had a heart on it. that I had painted and thought it was cute. And then I thought, oh my gosh, that would make such a cute card. So here we are. We're going to make this into a cute card. So this is my recipe card painting that we are going to make into a card. All right. So I've got this piece of watercolor paper, and I'm just going to cut like 4 of these because, well, you know, if you're going to do one, you may as well do more than one. Okay. Now I'm also going to pull out my paint set because I just love using paint. But of course you could use whatever, you know, your ink refills or what have you will work just fine. So I'm just going to spritz my paints to get them warmed up. Activated is probably the more accurate term. And let's see. I'm going to find a brush to paint with. And here we go. Oh, I've got water on my desk and everything. I kind of always keep water on my desk, which I think is awesome. Tess, you are the best. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to take and we'll do pink because why not? Why wouldn't we? It's a pink kind of time of year. So I'm just going to take some pink and I'm just literally, all I'm doing is an outline of a heart. That's it. Nothing fancy. Okay, so we'll do a couple different ones of these. We'll do a nice purpley one. So I think a lot of people love purple. Let me make sure this is still in view. Okay, so here's another heart. Just doing an outline. You could do them solid, doesn't matter. I just have outlines on my head. Let's do cobalt blue, which is a nice, good, vivid blue. Okay, and then I'm gonna do peacock blue, my other fave. Those of you who are in watercolor happy know these colors. Okay, so there we go. All right, now we're just gonna let them dry for a hot sec. And then I wanted to take like a big sentiment to add to this. So I want to use my Hearts of Elegance stamp set. Which, by the way, if you want this bundle, this is an online exclusive. It is in low inventory, the dies are. So make sure and get your order in because these dies are awesome. All right, so then what I'm going to do is take some of these big sentiments and just stamp them over the top. Okay. See, and I can go long on my video today because my husband and I had dinner. So we're good, which is basically a late dinner. But in our house, we say dinner, which always kind of cracks me up. Okay, I love this one. My heart belongs to you. Oh, so nice. Okay, so then I'm going to come back and use my StazOn. Diana says she's heart challenged. You know what, Diana? Just practice. Just keep stamping or painting hearts and you'll get there. Okay, so my heart belongs to you. That did not ink up quite as well as I'd hoped. Let me see if I can. And if you can't draw a heart, take a heart die cut or a heart shape and trace it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Happy Valentine's Day. So fun. I mean, these are just so easy and quick and fun. And then you can dress them up with ribbon, you know, colored cardstock, what have you. So cute. And I'm not going to take the time to put them into cards right now, but I will do that, and then I'll put the pictures on my blog so you can see them. But how fun is that? It's just fun. And then, you know, if you want to add a recipe below the heart, you can. That's what I did. Anyway, I just thought you'd find this funny how I came to this. So just play with little shapes like that, and then add a sentiment to it, and you're good to go. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, let me show you all the cards I made today in my live. This was just kind of a bonus little activity that we did. So we made this one, and then we made this one, and then we made this one. Oh, I love these cards so much. And a reminder that you can get a free card kit for all these projects when you spend $60. And if you're going to spend $60, you may as well spend $75, because then you'll also get a package of these shimmer gems, adhesive bike shimmer gems, which are just my fave. They go with everything. And I hope you loved the projects. They're so fun. And then, of course, if you spend $60, you'll get a free item from Stampin' Up! And then you'll also get the Birthday Bash Craft Along PDF, as well as the All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF. So it's like a really great week to shop with the Creativity Cave this week. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you right back here tomorrow at noon for my Birthday Bash Craft Along Day 2. Thanks, friends. We'll see you soon. Don't forget to thumbs up me, and also if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, because that also helps with YouTube. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.